Hello, third grade. We are going to look over the vocabulary for a new unit with measurement for area and perimeter. First, we have the perimeter. It is the outside and the distance around a shape. It could be around grid paper or a specific polygon like we learned in geometry. And then we have the area. The area is the inside of the shape. And what you do is you would count the number of square units needed to cover the inside of a shape. Looking at the difference between the area and the perimeter, the area is the space inside a closed 2D figure. You can also use multiplication to get the area, the length times the width. And the perimeter is the length around on the outside of the shape or the outline of a 2D shape. The way you get the perimeter is by adding length plus width plus width. And we'll show you that a little later. Looking at the perimeter units, as you can see, standard measurement is used for measuring perimeter. So you would measure these lines along the outside. Sometimes you will see customary units, which is what we use in the United States. You might see inch, feet, or yard used for a perimeter unit. Here's the abbreviation for each of those. And then there's the metric system. Most other countries use this system. And you might see centimeter, millimeter, or meter. Here's the abbreviations for those. When it comes to area, we use square units. A square that measures 1 unit on each side, 1, 1, 1, and 1, is a unit square. When we find the area of a shape, we use square units. So you might call it square yards, square feet, or square meters. It's the standard measure used for measuring area. Another way that it might look is like this. If we used our customary system in the US, an inch would look like this. This means inches squared. The little 2 at the top means squared. So you could say inches squared or square inches. Here is an example of feet squared and yards squared. Looking at the metric unit, which they use in other countries, you might see centimeter or millimeter. And you can see cm stands for centimeter squared, and the mm stands for millimeter squared. You could also see square centimeters or square millimeters. Just depends on how you use your unit. And last, we have examples of these units. So if we look over here for area, like I said, you might see feet squared or millimeters squared, or you might see square units. Those are all going to be ways that you can write the unit for area. And when we use perimeter and area, we're always labeling our numbers with these units, whether you say units or you say inches. For perimeter, you'll see you're going to use just this as the unit. You don't say square or squared for this. So perimeter would be 12 inches, 10 units, 7 centimeters, 239 millimeters. I hope that explains perimeter and area to you. And now you can move on to the next step in your HyperDoc.